Yeah.
Alrighty, mic check, mic check.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome in here to Alleman, Iowa. Tonight we have North Polk Comets versus your Norwalk Warriors, and should be a good matchup. Norwalk coming in this game 7-8.
Yeah, Norwalk, however, they play I believe 5A or 4A, so they are definitely a larger school than North Polk. I believe 4A, correction. And going up against North Polk coming off 2 or 3 games this week. Nice little win against Nevada. A nice win against Sadell. In fact, a 70-point win against Sadell, but a just burning, scathing 5-point loss to Roland Story that has really stuck with these girls. I think they're going to see a lot of the aggression from that game coming out tonight.
And the Roland Story game was a real tough loss for them. They started off the game leading pretty much the whole way through.
I believe 13-3 at one point.
And then it just happened near the end. Some things just started not going well, and it was just a game of luck at that point that went in Roland Story's favor. And the game just started slipping for them a little bit, and that's what led to that 5-point loss. But yeah, they came out strong yesterday against Sadell with a 70-point win. It was 93-23, and they should be ready to go here tonight. And I know these girls are very excited for it. Jaden Murphy, I talked to her especially, and she just wants to win out now the rest of the season. That loss from Roland Story really got her upset, and so she's looking to step up her game, especially here tonight against Norwalk.
Yeah, and Roland Story definitely has a special relationship with North Polk. Between the two schools, we share a lot of friends within both school districts. That's just like a very close school. So we've kind of developed quite the rivalry. And losing to a team that you're that you're so tight with, they have such a friendly rivalry with, I feel like it really can fire you up. So I think that's why the Comets decided to drop 93 on Sadell last night. And it wouldn't surprise me if the Comets drop, as much as they can against Norwalk in response.
Yeah, no, they looked, like I said, they looked extremely good yesterday against Sadell. They have a sort of fire and passion that's definitely going to carry over tonight. When you got 3 games in a row, that fire doesn't just go away. So it should be a very exciting matchup here tonight.
Yeah, and looking over here at the Comet lineup, we have Lucy Schaefer. She's been playing just amazing on defense in general. Abby Zimmer, she's been playing great all over the court. Super balanced player, kind of a jack of all trades. Jaden Murphy, who, we've already talked about her. I think she's definitely like the team leader here. She's second in points behind Maggie Phipps, also a starter tonight. And she leads the team in rebounds, blocks, all that sort of thing, steals. Actually, no, steals is Lucy Schaefer, and then we got Hannah Foster, great assists all game. So I'm really excited to see this, and now we are moving to the national anthem. And we're back.
Yeah, this game is about underway here, and starting here for Norwalk, we're going to have number 11, Elise Wormerskirchen. You're going to have number 24, Jocelyn Bice. Number 32, Bren Mortis. Number 35, Lily Hughes. And number 25, Olivia Johnson. And tipping off here for Norwalk will be Mortis, as well as Jaden Murphy here for your comments.
And Moritz here, she's the tallest member of the Norwalk Warriors team at 6 foot tall. She's just slightly taller than Maggie Phipps, who is 5'10", and Jaden Murphy, who's also 5'10".
As that pass there by Bice was tipped out of bounds by Foster. So Norwalk's going to retain possession here. Wormerskirchen passes it in there to Bice. Bice looks to set up the offense up top here, covered by Zimmer. Screen set there by Mortis. Johnson here hands it off to Wormerskirchen. Back to Johnson. Johnson hop steps, passes it down low. And to number 30, Sukup. Sukup kicks to the corner. Johnson back up top, tries to get it inside there. Pass tipped away, almost stolen by North Polk. Norwalk's going to recover.
You definitely gonna have to watching Bren Moritz, number 32. She is the leading scorer usually for Norwalk. She averages 14 points a game.
As Bice no good on that layup, rebounded by Phipps. Phipps kicks it over in the corner to Jaden Murphy. Murphy pump fakes and goes up with the double clutch. No good on the layup. Rebounded there by Bice. Bice will take the ball up the floor here for Norwalk. Kicks it inside there to Moritz and back out to Johnson. Up top here, down low into Mortis. Johnson here for mid-range, and that shot is good. It's going to be the first basket of the game. Norwalk will take the early lead.
Norwalk draws first blood on the Comets.
Foster here, drives middle, kicks it out to Lucy Schaefer. Schaefer over to Phipps. Phipps step back there, pump fakes, kicks it over to Schaefer. In the corner here to Murphy. Murphy swings it over to Zimmer. Phipps in the corner for three. And Phipps connects here. Takes the lead for the Comets by one.
Waka, that's a bucket.
3-2 here. We're 2 minutes into the game. Wormerskirchen drives in. Lays it up and no good. Rebounded by Moritz. Moritz lays it up and way off the mark there. Murphy's on the rebound. Kicks it over to Foster to bring the ball up the floor. Foster slows it down. Over to Zimmer in the corner. Zimmer down low to Murphy. Murphy posts up, layup's no good. And a foul will be called on Jaden Murphy over the back there.
Jaden Murphy kind of has the role of the center in these games. She likes to play down low, and that's where they need her. Usually she's not the tallest person on the court, but she sure plays like she is. She always gets a lot of rebounds, a lot of blocks. I believe she leads the team in both rebounds and blocks, and so that's kind of where that comes from.
Johnson here. Kicks it over to Bice. Bice drives in, out to Wormerskirchen. Back out to Bice. Over to Johnson on the right wing. Swings it across court there to Wormerskirchen. High post to Moritz. Moritz gives it to Johnson. Over to Bice. Bice back up top to Wormerskirchen. Hand off to Bice. Screen there by Sukup. Bice drives left, pulls up for mid-range, and no good there. All around the rim and out. Murphy's there on the rebound, gets it out to Schaefer.
Of course Murphy's on the rebound.
Schaefer over to Phipps for three. Phipps no good there, just short.
I can definitely see why Bren Moritz, number 32, is the leading scorer for Norwalk. She has all their points thus far, albeit just being one. But you can just see right now that she's just very aggressive on the court, and she's looking to get open all the time.
Sukup gets it down low there. Moritz lays it up and no good. Good defense there by Murphy. The ball's going to be out of bounds, going the other way.
And that was Moritz on the shot right there. Like I said, if she was guarded by almost anyone else in the state other than Jaden Murphy, that's an easy bucket. But Jaden Murphy's a power on defense.
Yeah, she's a solid defensive player. It's going to be hard no matter who it is trying to score on her. Zimmer over to Murphy. Murphy gets it down low to Hill. Back out to Murphy. Sukup covering. Screen by Hill. Pops out. Nice cut by Abby Zimmer. And she lays it up. She'll be fouled, and she will be at the line here for two.
That was some excellent court vision from Abby Hill. We haven't seen a lot of her this year, but she's just a solid player. I believe she is also.
Yeah, Abby Hill there did a great job on the pick and pop, and Zimmer found the wide open lane down below. She's able to cut, and Abby Hill did a great job of finding her. As that first one at the line is good for Zimmer. And no good on the second. 4-2 here, 4:15 remaining in the first quarter. Bice kicks it over to Wormerskirchen. Wormerskirchen back out to Bice. Bice down low to Moritz. Moritz is going to be fouled. Abby Hill came up behind. I believe that's who they will call the foul on. Yep, it'll be called on number 40, Abby Hill. Moritz will be at the line here for 2. Looking for a chance to tie up the game. And she cuts the lead down to 1 here. 4-3, 4:03 remaining here in the first quarter.
We've seen a lot of missed shots on Norwalk's side of the ball, but the Comets have been just doing a great job on defense, stopping them from getting easy ones. So if that continues, Comets might be able to run away with this one.
And Moritz converts at the line and takes the opportunity to tie the ball game up here at 4. Boatman here, up top to Hill. Hill swings it over to Phipps. Phipps drives baseline, lays it up, and good by Maggie Phipps.
That's a bucket.
Nice strong move there to seal off the defender and get the layup.
Maggie Phipps is the leading scorer for the Comets in points per game.
Stolen by Murphy.
No.
Murphy gets it to Zimmer, out to Phipps for 3. And Maggie Phipps connects once again. She's 2 for 3 here from the arc. 9-4.
That's a bucket. That's going to be Maggie Phipps' 8th of the night already in just the first. She averages 16.5 per game.
And pass there is tipped out of bounds by Abby Hill. Norwalk will keep possession here. Wormerskirchen inbound. She finds Bice up top. Bice looking to set up the offense here for the Warriors. Gets it over to Johnson. Boatman on her. Back up top to Wormerskirchen. Phipps covering. Drives left. Kicks it over to Bice. Screen. Bice comes out. Gets it down low there to Moritz. Back out to Wormerskirchen. Spin there by Wormerskirchen. Moritz here, up top to Johnson. Johnson drives right. Pump fakes, gets it back down low to Moritz. Out to Sukup. Sukup drives on Murphy. Passes it out. Passes tipped once again out of bounds there by Michaela Boatman. Great defense here so far from the Comets.
Yeah, Michaela Boatman's a player we've seen develop a lot this year. Earlier in the season, she was, locked down from the 3, but that was about it. And now we see her playing great defense. We see her being able to drive in and score points. So she's really developed all around.
As Bice there gets the little floater to drop off the glass and in.
That's going to make your score Comets 9, Norwalk 6.
Zimmer here, over to Murphy. Murphy looks inside, nothing there. Screen by Hill on Zimmer. Zimmer cuts. She is covered. Boatman here up top. Boatman drives in out to Murphy for the corner 3, and Murphy can't connect, just barely short. And it will be called out of bounds there. And so Norwalk will have possession. Johnson inbound here. Hannah Foster's checked back in the game. Zimmer will catch a break here. Johnson gets it over to Wormerskirchen.
Wormerskirchen to Bowles.
Wormerskirchen back up top here. Nice defense there by Foster to get in the passing lane. Moritz over to Bice. Screen by Moritz. Bice setting up the offense up top. Drives middle. Loses the ball there. Recovers and gets it out to Johnson. Back over to Wormerskirchen. Hands it off to Moritz. Moritz looks to drive right, spins, goes back the other way, post up, and a travel will be called. Took a few too many steps there, and it's another Norwalk turnover.
Looks like Lucy Schaefer going to be coming in for the Comets. Lucy Schaefer got into a lot of foul trouble at Roland Story, the game I was at this week. And otherwise, she's playing great all around, defensively, offensively. Very aggressive player. You love to see that.
Yeah, she's a great two-way player. She's going to get you those steals, and she's going to come down the other end, and she's going to convert in transition.
Oh, yeah.
She gets it over here to Hill. Back up top to Schaefer. Out to Foster, screened by Schaefer. Foster out to Hill for 3. Abby Hill connects from deep, her second three of the season. And we saw that against Nevada, and she's willing to take those open threes, and she'll knock them down.
Oh, yeah, and you could definitely see Abby Hill's, she's a crowd favorite, especially for the bench. The bench went crazy from North Polk. She's been a senior, played all 4 years. So it's exciting to see that kind of leadership.
As Wormerskirchen can't connect there, Johnson rebounds, tied up by Phipps. It's going to be a jump ball going North Polk's way. North Polk here, 6-point lead, 12-6, 1 minute remaining here in the first quarter. Foster will take the ball up the floor here for the Comets. She'll be picked up by Johnson. Foster hands it off to Phipps. Phipps drives right and gets a wide open lay-in. Nice cut there by Maggie Phipps.
Maggie Phipps now accounts for 10 of the Comets' 14.
Johnson gets it up the floor there to Wormerskirchen. Hands it off to Bice. 30 seconds remaining in the quarter. Nice defense by Hill to cover Moritz down low. As Wormerskirchen's going to pull up, and no good there, rolls around the rim. Nice rebound there by Schaefer. She'll take it down the other way, hand it off to Boatman. Boatman's good on the lay-in. Extends North Polk lead here to double digits, 16-6 with 10 seconds remaining in the first.
And that's great core vision by Schaefer, but you could see that even though she was a lot shorter than the other girls going for that rebound, she got in there, and her just sheer aggression was able to get her that, let her come away with that rebound. So that was really exciting to see.
And Bowles there tried to go up, fouled by Boatman. She'll be at the line for 2 with 0.1 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. This will be her first trip at the line. And the first one is no good off the front iron.
We are looking at Bowles, and Bowles is decent from the line. She shoots 66.7.
As that second one is good. Cuts North Polk lead down to 9 at the end of the first here. And story for the Comets here is their defense. Their defense has been stellar here to start this game, forcing a lot of turnovers, getting out on transition and converting on the other end.
Yeah, it's really good to see a Comet team that can play both ways. Instead of one that's just primarily offensively heavy or primarily defensive heavy. I never thought I'd say this, but your leading scorer is Maggie Phipps, but your second highest scorer for the Comets is Abby Hill, which Abby Hill is a primarily defensive player, but recently we've seen her step up a little more in an offensive role, so that's exciting to see. On the Norwalk side of the ball, you have a couple players all at 2 points, kind of sharing the love a little more there. But this game, I think, is going to turn out to be a good one.
Yeah, and like we were mentioning earlier, North Polk has a whole bunch of two-way players that are able to just get it done on the defensive end and come down and score offensively as well. And no player out there on the floor is scared of contact. They go up strong, they'll get themselves to the line and get easy points at the free throw line.
Yeah.
And Maggie Phipps here with 10 points early, 2 for 3 from the three-point line to start this game, and she's off to a hot start.
Yeah, it looks like they're going to sub her out for Liza Schaefer. That's going to be Lucy's little sister.
Liza Schaefer plays a lot like Lucy Schaefer. Both of them are huge pests on the defensive end, and they're able to score down low offensively.
Yeah.
So Morris here hands it off to Johnson. Johnson's going to drive right, down low to Moritz. And a foul's going to be called on Jaden Murphy here.
Wow, she's already 2 fouls on the day, and that is at the very, very start of the second quarter.
It's going to be on the floor. Murphy's a bit upset with that call, as that is her second foul here early.
I don't believe you've seen Murphy in any sort of foul trouble during any game this season, but
as Bice gets it down low to Moritz, and she's able to float it up and in.
Yeah.
Foster here. Drives left, gets it over to Liza Schaefer. Up top to Lucy Schaefer. High post to Jaden Murphy. Down low to Zimmer. Nice find by Murphy, but Zimmer's covered. Liza Schaefer over to Foster for 3. Foster's just short. Wormerskirchen on the rebound. A foul's going to be called on Lucy Schaefer. She tried to tie up the ball there. Looked like she might have got a little bit of arm.
Looked like Coach Albertson was hoping for a jump ball. Now,
Johnson inbounds to Bice here. Bice will take up the floor for the Warriors. Covered by Foster. Over to Johnson in the corner to Wormerskirchen. Down low to Moritz. Back out to Johnson. Johnson tries to pass it there to Sukup. Picked off by Murphy. Murphy will bring the ball down over to Foster.
You know, Foster usually pretty deadly with wide open threes like there. Decided not to take that one.
As Lucy Schaefer drives inside, hops in, gets a foul, and in, and one there.
Shaver's been at the line quite a bit, mainly because she's just very aggressive going in.
Yeah, and like we were saying, she's not afraid of contact. She's going to take it in and get the fouls, and oftentimes she gets quite a few and ones. That shot at the free throw line is good. It'll be 19-9. North Polk extends the lead here back out to 10.
Yeah, Lucy Shaver, she's also very consistent from the line. I believe she shoots around 70%. Yeah, just a little under 70%, so very impressive.
Bice for three, and answers right back. Gets 3 quick points right back there for the Warriors. Cuts the lead down to 7.
You know, like I said, the Comets are not going to be able to run away with this game unless they start playing super locked down, and shots like that are just going to prove that this game it's going to be decently tight.
Murphy, nice pass down low to Zimmer. Out to Schaefer for 3. Schaefer can't answer back as she's just long there. But Liza Schaefer's on the offensive board, gets it out to Foster in the corner here to Lucy Schaefer, down low to Murphy. Murphy lays it up and no good there. Zimmer ties it up. Jump ball will be called. It will stay North Polk ball.
Looks like Maggie Phipps is going to be coming back into the game for the Comets.
Phipps inbounds to Murphy. Out to Foster. Foster over to Zimmer. Zimmer tries to get it down low there to Murphy. A foul will be called on Moritz as she tried to reach around there.
And Moritz has been everywhere this game. She's the leading scorer for the Warriors, but she's definitely put up the most shots by far.
As Foster inbound here finds Murphy. Murphy's going to drive middle, kicks it over to Zimmer for 3. And Zimmer just long there off the back iron, but Phipps is on the rebound, lays it up and in. Another and one here for the Comets.
That means Maggie Phipps is going to have the opportunity to make her point total for the night 13 points. She can make this. Right now she's at 12 out of the 19 Comet points. She has scored as much as Norwalk has.
And North Polk showing off their great hustle there with multiple offensive rebounds as they came up with, I believe, 3 offensive rebounds that possession. And Phipps there gets the N1 to drop. As that shot is good at the line, converts on the N1 opportunity, extends it back out to a 10-point lead.
Phipps has now officially outscored Norwalk this far in the game.
Johnson here back over to Bice. Johnson over to Wormerskirchen. Up top to Bice. Over to Johnson on the left wing. Johnson looks to drive inside and does. Hops in. Foul's going to be called on Foster on the reach-in.
You know, it's rare that you see Hannah Foster get a foul. Usually she plays perimeter.
As Moritz will inbound here and finds balls. Inside to Moritz. And Moritz tries to get out there to Bice, and that's going to be turned over the back there.
Yeah, her left foot was across the line. That was number 24, Jocelyn Bice.
Yeah, and Moritz there, a little bit of misread the situation, tried to get it out to Bice as she was moving away, which resulted in the ball being thrown out into a position she could not recover it. Foster here will be guarded by Bice. Kicks it over to Boatman. Up top to Zimmer. Left corner here to Foster. Foster high pass there.
Nice hops from Murphy.
Bowman struggles to catch the pass there and was just kind of bobbling that all around. Loses control of the ball. It'll be a jump ball. It'll go Norwalk's way.
Yeah, it looks like she didn't quite have full possession of that right there, but went for the drive without really having a good grasp on it.
And we're seeing the press defense here by North Polk that we usually often see. And there's that double team. Gets it up top to Bice. Bice is going to drive middle, lay it up, and a foul. It will be called on Phipps. So Bice will be at the line here for 2. 22-12, 4:47 remaining in the first half.
Yeah, it looked like Phipps was trying to draw a charge, and when she fell down, she accidentally hit the arm of Jocelyn Bice, resulting in the foul.
As that first one is no good. Too strong there on the shot off the back iron.
Jocelyn Bice is the second highest scorer for Norwalk, and she also boasts the highest free throw percentage of people that have shot more than 3 free throws.
As she goes 0 for 2 on that trip. Boatman's on the rebound and gets it out to Foster to set up the offense. Foster here looking to slow it down. Gets it over to Zimmer. High post to Murphy. Murphy down low to Phipps. And Phipps lays it up no good there under the pressure.
You know, that might have been her first or second missed shot of the night. She's just been locked down.
As Bice, too strong there on that layup. It's off the glass and rebounded by Foster. Up the floor here to Phipps. Phipps is going to spot up and shoot. And right in the eye there of Bowles. And it's good.
Ooh. Was it Abby Bowles right there? Bowles, I believe Bowles.
Bowles.
Gonna shoot it right in her face. That's tough.
Bice here with the ball. Over to Wormerskirchen. Hands it off to Johnson. Zimmer covering. Johnson drives inside, lays it up and in. 25-14 here, 3:47.
That's gonna cut the Comet lead down to 11 points, and that'll be her first or second points tonight. My mistake.
As Foster drives in, kicks it out to Zimmer, over to Phipps for another 3, and too long on the shot there, but Murphy's on the offensive board, will lay it up and in. Nice strong finish there by Jaden Murphy.
You know, that's definitely Jaden Murphy. When her teammates miss shots like that, she's going to take them. She's just going to put them in anyway. That's why she's the second highest scorer on the North Polk team.
Wormerskirchen gets it out to Bice. Bice will float it up and in. Foster taking the ball off the floor here for the Comets. Over to Boatman. Boatman back up top to Zimmer. Boatman gets it, tries to get it over to Murphy, almost thrown away. Murphy gets it, and out to Foster for the wide open 3, and Foster can't connect, but Murphy, another offensive board, tries to lay it up. Foul will be called. Murphy will be at the line here for 2.
That's exactly what I said. Murphy's going to find those rebounds.
Yeah, Murphy's always on the offensive glass, looking for any opportunity to get second chance points. As the first shot there at the line is good for Murphy.
Yes, Jaden Murphy averages 13.5 a game on points. But what's really impressive is her rebound statistics.
As that second one is good, she goes 2 for 2 on that trip.
Yeah, she's 101 rebounds, which is 32 higher than the second highest in total, which is Lucy Schaefer.
Johnson over to Bice. Bice gets it across half court here for the Warriors, up the floor to Sukup. Tries to get it down low to Moritz and stolen away. Nice save there.
Wow, great move
by Boatman. And Zimmer tried to get up the floor there to Phipps. It's intercepted. Bice there lays it up and no good. Got the move to get herself some space but could not convert.
And another rebound by Boatman.
And a foul there will be called on Wormerskirchen.
And I would just like to say for any family members of Elise Wormerskirchen, if we are horribly mispronouncing your last name, we are very sorry.
Zimmer will inbound here for the Comets. Gets it in to Schaefer. Schaefer for 3. Schaefer knocks it down.
Oh, and they're going to say her foot was on the line. They're going to call that one too.
31-16 here. 2 minutes remaining in the first half. Bice here over to Sukup. Sukup almost thrown away there by Bowman over to Wormerskirchen. Wormerskirchen drives inside, lays it up, and no good there off the side of the backboard.
Hill going to use a little bit of height advantage right there, pick up that rebound.
Nice behind-the-back move there by Zimmer. Gets it over to Schaefer. Schaefer over to Phipps for 3, no good. Rebounded by Abby Hill. Abby Hill will lay it up for some more second chance points here for the Comets.
That's a bucket. Comets are now doubling Norwalk's score of 16 with 33 points.
North Polk leading here 33-16. Minute 37 remaining here in the first half. And second chance points here have been big for North Polk as they are dominating the offensive glass.
Yeah. And another thing to say, I feel like that is important, is Morgan Gray of the North Polk Comets is out with a knee injury right now. And they're now missing one player on the bench. But aside from that, the Comets playing a very good game, very locked down, both sides of the ball. We're seeing Maggie Phipps, she's shooting really well tonight, making almost every shot she puts up there. And the shots she's not putting up there and making, then Jade Murphy's getting down at the rebound, and she's making them herself.
Yeah, and North Polk is leading heavily here in rebounds versus Norwalk. And that's been huge for them as the score is showing. And hopefully they can keep it up here as we're nearing the end of the first half.
Yeah, and what the most impressive thing about that is if you look around at the court, you'll see that North Polk is pretty much outclassed in height by almost every single player. There's, I believe Moritz is the tallest player on both sides of the court with 6 feet tall. Every other Comet player is at least 2 inches shorter.
That is almost stolen away there. Sukup recovers out to Bice. Bice inside to Johnson. A foul is going to be called on Lucy Schaefer. Lucy Schaefer tried to tip that pass away. A little too much contact there. Norwalk will have a 1-on-1 opportunity at the line.
That's going to be the 8th foul of the Comets for the half to Norwalk's 6.
Zimmer will check in the game here for Lucy Schaefer. Lucy Schaefer here has 2 fouls in the first half.
And 5 points to go with them.
As that one is no good at the free throw line, so she will not have a second shot. Phipps here will take the ball up the floor for the Comets. She'll be picked up by Bice. Gets it over to Zimmer. Over to Boatman. Looks like a 3-2 zone here from Norwalk. Zimmer will have it in the corner. Gets it over to Phipps. Phipps swings it across court to Liza Schaefer. Liza Schaefer over to Zimmer. Schaefer in the corner for 3. And she's no good, just a bit long on the shot. Sukup on the rebound.
Liza Schaefer and Michaela Boatman are both freshmen. It's worth noting that they'll be playing together for a very long time.
And they're both great defensively as well as offensively.
Absolutely.
They both have a great shot from beyond the arc. So Moritz will drive on Abby Hill, lay it up, and no good there. Nice help defense by Phipps. Rebounded here by Zimmer. Zimmer gets it up the court there to Boatman. Boatman's going to drive down low, lay it up, and one. Nice finish there.
Wow, Waka Waka, that's a bucket. Michaela Boatman, like we said earlier in the season, she was just a three-point shooter every single time, but taking drives like that, where she just goes in, plays aggressively, that is definitely improvement and learning we see, and that's really good to see that the Comets are building these young players. It means the team's going to be good for an awfully long time.
And Boatman did a great job of taking the contact there and finishing under the pressure as she just kind of laid out that Norwalk defender. The Norwalk defender was not able to get set in time, so that's resulting in the N1.
And the impressive part about that is Michaela Boatman is not a very big girl. She's very small. She just put that girl on the ground. That's the type of aggression you just love to see.
Boatman extends the North Polk lead here to 20 with 15 seconds remaining in the first half. Wormer skirts in here, covered by Liza Schaefer, and it is stolen away.
Yep. Looks like Liza Schaefer took one step to balance herself before throwing the basketball, and that's going to be what gets her.
As that is a North Polk turnover, Wormer Skirchen will inbound. She finds Sukup. Sukup covered by Boatman. Back over to Wormer Skirchen, shoots it up, trying to beat the buzzer, and no good there. North Polk Comets lead here 36-16 at the end of the first half. And North Polk has just been getting it done on both ends of the floor. Great offense and defense here to start off this game.
Oh, yeah. I mean, you definitely got to say that the Comets have been doing a great job of getting rebounds, usually restricting Norwalk to just one shot per possession, which is just amazing that they're playing such a lockdown game. And that's exactly what they did against Nevada last Tuesday. So it's really good to see that coming from them. On the offensive side of the ball, we've seen Maggie Phipps go crazy. She has 16 points, which is the same amount of points that the entire Norwalk team has.
Yeah, an offensive rebound here for the Comets have been huge, as they've been able to get themselves a whole bunch of second chance opportunities, and the score just shows that. They have a 20-point lead here, and their defense has also been pretty stellar here to start off this game.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens here in the second half, but I definitely would not count Norwalk out of this game, especially after the Roland Story game, in which the Comets blew, I believe, a 13-point lead. So this game is not over, and I hope that the Comets do not come out of the locker room thinking that it's over, because that can be what gets them.
And we will take a short break here, 36-16 at the end of the first half, and we'll see you right back in a bit.
And we're back.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back in here to the North Polk Comets girls basketball game. For those of you just now tuning in, 36-16. Here's your score. North Polk Comets up by 20.
Yeah, both sides of the court have been great for the Comets lately. Defense and offense been just absolutely amazing. On the offensive side of the ball, you got to talk about Maggie Phipps. She is 16 points deep on the night and looking to get that up a little higher. So that's really exciting to see. And what's really looking to be the greatest part for the Comets tonight is their defense. Their defense has been absolutely phenomenal. Jaden Murphy getting almost every rebound, and Lucy Schaefer and Liza Schaefer going for steals, playing aggressively. And
you can't overlook those offensive rebounds. Jaden Murphy is doing a great job here on the offensive glass, creating a lot of second chance points here for her teammates as well as herself.
Yeah, and then Michaela Bowman as well. We've talked about her a little bit. She's had some great plays on both sides of the ball. This Comet team is just so well-rounded. When you talk about one thing, you got to talk about everything else. And so it's really exciting to see them play this year as we have 30 seconds remaining in the half.
And like you were saying, everybody here on this North Polk Comets team is able to get it done on both ends of the floor. They're great defensively and great offensively, and they're also, what's a very overlooked thing here for the Comets, is their ability to be able to get out and transition and score and convert on turnovers.
Yeah, I feel like the Comets might be looking at one of their better teams that we've seen in the past couple of years. I know last year the team ended up being the runner-up at state and just absolutely played amazing, and their record was better than this year's team is. However, that team, I feel like, is missing a little bit of the chemistry this team has.
It's Murphy here. Pump fakes, drives inside over to Schaefer for the three, and no good there by Lucy Schaefer. It'll be rebounded by Sukup, as Bice will take it up the floor here. Looks to get it inside Mortis, and does, and she lays it up and in. A little bit of height difference there, as Zimmer was the one covering Moritz on that layup.
Moritz is the best player, arguably, for Norwalk in terms of points, and she has 6 on the night already.
As Murphy does a great job of getting down low there to Foster. Foster's going to kick it out to Zimmer. Up top here to Schaefer. Schaefer will reset the offense for the Comets. Kicks it over to Zimmer. Up top to Foster. Foster over to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive inside, float it up, and no good there. Can't get the friendly roll going her way. Rolls all around the rim and out.
She did get that rebound initially, but was unable to connect.
As Bice there is going to go coast to coast and finish on the other end, cutting the North Polk lead down to just 16.
Bice is the second highest scorer on average for Norwalk. She usually gets 13 a game. She has 9 already.
As Foster gives it over to Phipps. Murphy posting up down low. Kicks it back out to Phipps. Phipps for three. No good there. Just a bit left. Moritz on the rebound. Gives it over to Bice. Bice will take the ball at the floor for the Warriors. Drives in. Stops and goes up with a mid-range shot. No good. Rebounded by Murphy. Foster going the other way. She's going to pull it back out and set up the North Polk offense. Bice covering her. She kicks it over to Schaefer. Schaefer drives right. Kicks it back out to Murphy. Up top to Foster.
Looks like a little too much contact there between
Wormerskirchen and Phipps. Wormerskirchen's going to get called for the foul, push in the back. And so North Polk will take it out from below.
Looks like Wormerskirchen's arm got caught on Phipps as she was running through, and that's what caused the foul to be called.
And Wormerskirchen started heading the other way. She thought the foul was going to be called on Phipps there. And she would be mistaken as it's inbounded to Murphy. Murphy tries to lay it up there, and it's blocked by Moritz.
Moritz is the tallest player on the court by 2 inches, full 2 inches taller than Jaden Murphy, and that definitely looked like it was a factor right there on that block.
As Moritz is going to post up Murphy here, double team by Phipps, out to Wormerskirchen. Wormerskirchen's going to drive down the middle, float it up, no good, rebounded by Murphy. Murphy gives it off to Foster. Foster gives it over to Phipps in the corner. Oh. Phipps can't catch it there. It's going to be stolen away by Wormerskirchen off the foot of Murphy. Recovered there, gives it over to Bice. Bice drives left, out to Johnson. Johnson's going to pump fake, drive inside. Wide open layup, did a great job of split the defense there.
Since half, Norwalk has scored, I believe, 6 unanswered points to the Comets and has cut the lead down to 14.
As Murphy has it in the corner here. covered by Bowles. Nice cut there by Phipps as she can't get the layup to go there. Zimmer on the rebound, a jump ball will be called. Zimmer is not a big person at all, but she's shown her physicality there. She's able to tie it up and throws Moritz to the ground.
Yeah, she was playing hard, no doubt.
And so Norwalk will have it here going the other way. Zimmer covering Bice. Gives it over to Johnson. Johnson looks down low, nothing there, gives it out to Moritz up top. Back to Johnson. Johnson's going to look to drive right, cut off by Schaefer. Picks up her dribble out to Bice. Bice will float it up and all around the rim and out. Zimmer's there on the rebound. Zimmer will take the ball up the floor here for the Comets. Hands it off to Schaefer. Schaefer's going to drive right, kick out to Foster. Foster looking to set it back up. Gives it over to Zimmer. Zimmer tries to get it down low there to Schaefer. Stolen away by Johnson. Bice will take it. And decides to go back out, gives it over to Johnson. Wormerskirchen's going to set it up top.
Comets have failed to get it rolling this half.
Yeah, a little slow start here for North Polk as, looked like it almost could have been a clean block by Murphy, but she's going to pick up her third foul of the contest. Moritz will be at the line here for 2.
That's going to put Jaden Murphy in a little bit of foul trouble. There's a whole lot of this game left to play, a full 12 minutes.
As Boatman will be checking in the game, we will see who for here after the made free throw by Moritz, as she'll be checking in here for Schaefer. And Moritz's second shot at the line here is good as well. She's 2 for 2 on that trip. Cuts the North Polk lead down here to just 12.
Again.
Another turnover there. Bowman can't seem to catch the pass.
That looks nearly identical to the error that Maggie Phipps made last possession, where it's just the pass is in the right spot. They just didn't expect it to come and failed to connect with it.
30-second timeout here for North Polk. Coach Albertson's got to get this team here focused back up. It looks like a little bit of lack of enthusiasm and focus out here as they're just creating some really simple errors.
Absolutely. 8 unanswered points cuts the lead down to 12 points since half. And that's definitely not good. We've already played 4 minutes of the half, and the Comets have yet to put up a single point. I won't lie, I'm a little afraid that the Comets came out here thinking it was going to be an easy win after half and then just stopped trying. That'd be real deprecation to the Comet team.
Yeah, they're going to have to do a better job here offensively. It's been a slow start here to start up this half as we're 4 minutes into the second half, and North Polk has yet to put up a point. As Bice here will give it over to Wormerskirchen. In the corner to Bice. Bice high post there to Moritz. Moritz is no good on the jump shot. Rebounded there by Bowles. Another foul will be called on Jaden Murphy, her 4th.
Wow.
One more, and she will be out of this game.
Replacing Jaden Murphy is something that the Comets simply cannot do on either side of the ball.
Hill will be checking in the game here, presumably for Murphy, and she will be.
That's definitely not the kind of news you want to get if you're Coach Albertson, that, one of your star players is going to have to come out of the game for a little while.
As Johnson will inbound here for the Warriors and finds Wormerskirchen. Wormerskirchen will take it back out top, hand it off there to Bice. Up top to Wormerskirchen, covered by Hill. Johnson now gets it down low to Moritz. Moritz will try to... Another foul is going to be called. It looked like straight-up defense there by Phipps.
It looks like Moritz is going to have plenty of trips to the line already. This game she's had, I believe, 3.
As Phipps was not very happy about that foul call there. It looks like she was playing straight-up defense, but there must have been a little too much contact there on the shot. As Moritz first at the line is good. Looking to cut the North Polk lead down here to just 10 points if she can get this second free throw to drop. And she does so. 10-point lead here from the Comets as they are still scoreless in this second half. 10-0 run here so far by Norwalk as Boatman will take it to Johnson. She's going to step back out here and set up the offense. Boatman drives right, lays it up, and no good there, but Zimmer's on the offensive board. Jump ball will be called. North Polk will retain possession.
You know, Abby Zimmer, we always see her on the ground. She's always so aggressive to get that rebound, and you really got to respect that. And that's what you're going to need, especially with Jaden Murphy, the possibility of her fouling out. You need more people to get rebounds.
Zimmer is just a straight hustle player. She's going to go after every loose ball, and she's going to do everything she can to get the ball back for her teammates.
Yeah.
As Hill will have it here. Tries to get it down low. There are Phipps. The pass is tipped away by Moritz and Stoll. As Johnson will get it to Bice. Bice gets it over to Moritz. Moritz is going to have a wide open layup there and cuts the North Polk lead back down to single digits. Full timeout here by the Comets. 2:44 remaining in the third quarter. And North Polk's 20-point lead is quickly cut to just 8 as Norwalk here is on a 12-0 run to start the second half.
Yeah, you know, Moritz has definitely been the key player in that. I believe she had 5 points for the half, and now she's at 12. So she's accounted for almost all of the points necessary to come back. And
turnovers here for North Polk have been the biggest killer as they've just had multiple turnovers, multiple possessions in a row, and they can't find an offensive rhythm. We see Jaden Murphy here on the bench as she's in foul trouble. One more foul and she'll be fouled out of the game. And defensively, they just can't put up an answer here for Moritz.
Exactly, and being in the third quarter, I feel like you got to save Jaden Murphy for the fourth when it comes down to clutch time. But having her fouled out of the game is just, or having her in such deep foul trouble is definitely not what you want to be, or not what you want to have at this point in the game. And so with, I believe, 2 or 3 minutes remaining in the third, I believe Coach Albertson's probably getting a little worried.
So it'll be North Polk ball here. Phipps will inbound here to Zimmer. 36-28, 2:44 remaining in the third quarter.
Maggie Phipps hasn't scored a single point since half after going to 16 in the first.
Hands it off there to Boatman. Boatman up top. Over to Schaefer. Schaefer gives it back over to Phipps. Phipps is going to drive middle, hops, floats it up, no good. And ball's loose. It'll be rebounded by Wormerscourge. She'll bring it up the floor for the Warriors. Over to Bice. Zimmer on her. Johnson now. And tries to get a high post there to Moritz. Stolen away by Liza Schaefer. Liza Schaefer will lay it in on the other end.
There are the first points of the half for the Comets, coming from previously scoreless Liza Schaefer.
And great D there by Liza Schaefer. She realized the ball was right there for Pickens. As it's another Norwalk turnover, it'll be North Polk ball.
Yeah, it looked like she was trying to pass it to the North Polk student section.
As Zimmer will take the ball up the floor here for the Comets. It's now a 10-point lead with 2 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. Boatman is going to bring the ball up top here. Covered by Johnson. Bowman hands it off to Liza Schaefer. Tries to get it over to Zimmer. Stolen away here by Bice. Liza Schaefer hustles down to the other end. And a foul's going to be called. It looked like very little to no contact on the layup. But they will call a foul. It'll be an and one. And Bice will be at the line for one.
You know, I hate to be that guy, but the ref at the half-court line is the one that blew the whistle on that.
And it looks like it... I mean, it should be the ref below whose call that is. But granted, we are not in control of that as the free throw there is good. Cuts the North Polk lead to 7 points, 38-31.
And that is going to tie Bice and Moritz as the leading scorers, both of them at 12.
As Schaefer will lay it up and no good on the rebound. As the offensive struggles continue here for North Polk, as they only have 2 points here in the third quarter. Wormerscourge's going to drive in, and they decide to call a jump ball there. Nice job by Phipps to tangle up.
You know, getting Maggie Phipps and Jaden Murphy in foul trouble would almost be a death sentence for the Comets.
As Bice will inbound here. Norwalk currently on a 15-2 run. As struggles to inbound, and it's going to be intercepted by Hill. Hill gets it over to Liza Schaefer. Schaefer will bring the ball up the floor here. Gets it over to Lucy Schaefer for three. And Lucy Schaefer short there. Bowman tries to save it, but it's into the hands of Wormerscourge. Bice will take the ball up the floor here for Norwalk as 50 seconds remain here in the third. Johnson now left wing. Covered by Lucy Schaefer. Up top here to Bice. Over to Moritz on the right wing, covered by Hill. Moritz will looks to drive right, is met by Phipps. Layup's no good. Liza Schaefer on the rebound. Gets over to Phipps. Phipps is going to pull up for three, and just right there as Bowman's on the offensive rebound and almost stolen away there by Bowles.
Wow, the Warriors are playing with a lot more oomph, for lack of a better word, this quarter. And it's definitely been shown off as they are still on their 15-2 run.
As 10 seconds remain here in the third, and that shot's no good by Bice, rebounding here by Lucy Schaefer. 5 seconds remaining. Phipps has the ball. Phipps is going to pull from deep, and no good there.
Looks like Bice might have got a hand on that shot blocking it, but very deep three right there. Wow.
Offensive struggles there by North Polk as Norwalk enters that second half on a 15-2 run, and North Polk is going to have to find a way to try to stop Norwalk's offense here as well as get their own points. Jaden Murphy on the bench here with 4 fouls as she's in deep foul trouble. One more foul, she'll be fouled out of the game.
Yeah, you know, if I'm Coach Albertson right now, I'm scared. I got to be a little worried, especially since Jaden Murphy almost fouled out of the game, and Maggie Phipps hasn't scored a single point this quarter. And in fact, the only player to score anything in this half has been Liza Schaefer with an easy layup. But I'd really be focusing on trying to stop number 24 for Norwalk, Jocelyn Bice, and number 32, Bren Moritz.
Yeah, Bison
combined for 12.
Bison Moritz here combined 24 points has been huge, just outbursts of points here in the second half. They're big parts of that Norwalk run. And North Polk is going to have to try to find a way to stop them. Their defense here is also really cooled down as it's been a lot of unanswered points here down low. As Murphy will be checked back into the game here. She has 4 fouls in this contest, so let's hope she can remain without her last one.
Yeah, and you know, you could definitely tell that when Murphy went out of the game, Norwalk was definitely able to get a lot more of the rebounds. And that's really what contributed to their huge
inbound
points.
Here to Foster. Foster's going to be picked up by Bice. Gets it over to Phipps. Murphy posts up down low. Screens up top for Foster. Zimmer for 3. As Zimmer knocks it down there, extends the North Polk lead back out to double digits.
Waka Waka, that's a bucket.
41-31 here in the fourth quarter. Johnson up top here, covered by Lucy Schaefer. She'll drive right and good on the layup as she cuts it back down to 8. And Zimmer here with the ball for the Comets gets it over to Murphy. Over to Foster now. Foster looks to set up the offense here for the Comets. Gets it off to Zimmer in the corner. Down low to Murphy. Back out to Zimmer. Foster up top now. Murphy will post up down low. Foster feeds it to her. Back out to Foster in the corner. She drives baseline, kicks it over to Zimmer. Up top to Lucy Schaefer. Schaefer finds an opening there. Splits the defense, lays it up and in. Nice move there by Lucy Schaefer. She's able to get around the defender.
Looks like the Comets have come out of the quarter break with a little more passion and fire, because right now they've already scored 6. Just 3 times more points than they scored in the third.
As that shot there by Moritz is good. As Foster will bring the ball up the floor here for the Comets. Murphy now on the right wing. Looking for Phipps, cutting, almost stolen away, but Phipps recovers the ball. She'll back down, step back, and no good on the mid-range shot off the back iron. Bice there on the rebound. She's going to take it the other way. Good defense there by Schaefer. She'll get called for a foul.
Maybe a little bit of contact there. I couldn't quite see it from my angle, but very solid. You know, that's why Schaefer is nice and aggressive. Everyone likes that. The student section's loving that. They're yelling her name right now.
Must have been a little contact there on the arm. It looks like from up here it could have been a clean block, but it was a little tough to see here from our angle. That first one at the line is good from Norwalk. 43-36, 6 minutes remaining here in the game.
You know, I'm glad I said it during the first that North Polk was not going to run away with this game, and that appears to definitely be a good call for me.
As Phipps will catch a quick break here as Hill will sub in for her. Foster will take the ball up the floor here for the Comets. She'll be picked up by Bice. Gets it over to Zimmer. Zimmer over to Murphy. Murphy tries to get across court there to Foster. Stolen away by Bice. Lucy Schaefer, defense is not good enough as Bice lays it up and in. It is now 43-39. It's a 4-point game, ladies and gentlemen.
With just a 2-score game on the line right now, the Comets are really going to have to focus on just getting, a travel.
A travel's going to be called, and it will be Norwalk's ball. It's a two-possession game here, as it is 43-39, a timeout here by North Polk. And what we saw, a 20-point lead here entering halftime. It's now a 4-point game.
Yeah, and Roland Story did this to the Comets, where the Comets had a 13-point lead going into, I believe, the second quarter, and they ended up cutting that down and winning by 5. The Comets are really going to have to get something put together here and get something figured out. Because if they don't come out here with, I believe, a little under 6 minutes left in the fourth, and they don't get some points on the board, then Norwalk is just going to simply outscore them.
Yeah, and a large lead is quickly cut down here, as like I just stated, it's a two-possession game. North Polk is going to have to find something defensively to stop Norwalk's offense, because it's just been an outburst of points here by Bison Moritz, as Bice here has 16 and Moritz has 14, combining for 30 points of Norwalk's 39. They have to find a way to shut them down here quick. Otherwise, the outcome of this game could be unfavorable.
Exactly. The two highest scores for the Comets right now are Lucy Schaefer, number 10, and Maggie Phipps, number 32, and they are combining for 23 points. Phipps accounting for 16 of them. I believe someone else is going to have to step up for the Comets, and usually it's Jaden Murphy, but being in foul trouble, she's playing a little more conservatively, which might end up being the move, because you could see the impact just having her back in the game. The Comets scored 6 right away. So I'm really hoping that she can help turn the tide here.
As Moritz will set a screen there, Bice will go left. She pulls up, and way short there. She gets nothing on that shot, but Bulls is there on the rebound. Gets it over to Wormerskirchen. Wormerskirchen looks to go up top, spins, heads left. Gets it down low to Moritz. Moritz will lay it up, no good there. And she gets her own rebound out to Bice. Bice drives left, laid up and in. It's a one-possession game. 2-point lead here for the North Polk Comets. Foster will have the ball. She'll set up the offense, covered here by Bice. Gets it over to Lucy Schaefer. Schaefer over to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive down low. Blocking foul will be called there on Bulls. That'll be Norwalk's second foul of the half.
And that is opposed to the Comets' 5 fouls already this half.
Phipps and Bowman will check back in the game here. Hill and Schaefer will catch a short break. Foster will inbound here. She finds Murphy. Murphy's going to drive baseline, and she is tripped there by Moritz. Another foul here for Norwalk.
Wow, Jaden Murphy's getting beat up a little bit there in the corner. That is going to be Moritz's third.
Yeah, Murphy playing physical here. She's going to try to take this game over and win it here for the Comets. Foster will inbound once again.
A little under 5 remaining in the fourth.
And gets it into Murphy up top. Murphy's going to drive left and stolen away by Moritz.
Moritz has turned something on this half. She's playing like a monster out there.
Wormerskirchen over to Bice, covered by Boatman. Bice up top to Wormerskirchen. Hands it off here to Johnson. Back to Bice. Bice will look to drive left, steps it back out, goes left, tries to float that up, no good there. And almost rebounded there by Norwalk. Foster, good job there recovering. She's going to lay it up. And one the other way. Nice finish there by Hannah Foster. She gets the and one to drop, looking to convert here at the line.
And those Bulls on the foul, I believe.
Extends the North Polk lead back out to 4, 45-41, 4:27 remaining here in the game. And no good on the free throw, as it is tipped out of bounds by Norwalk. North Polk will have the ball.
And that was also Bulls on the tipping that out of bounds.
If North Polk can score here on that possession, that miss might come back to reward them. And looks like Phipps is going to get tied up here with Bulls. It's a little bit of physicality here near the end of the game. Nice inbound pass there to Murphy. Another and one. Woo! Murphy extends the North Polk lead here to 6, with a chance to make it 7 at the free throw line.
You know, it's crazy. Just 2 possessions ago, we talked about how North Polk had 5 fouls and Norwalk only had 1. And now that has changed dramatically, as both teams have 5 fouls.
As Murphy extends the North Polk lead here to 7, 48-41. And that was a quick change of pace there in just about 15 seconds.
Oh, yeah, but keep in mind that there's still 4 minutes left in this game. This is anyone's game, especially with the way...
Stolen away by Zimmer. Zimmer's going to rush down the floor here on the other end. She'll be met. Nice move there as the layup's no good. Rebounded by Phipps. Phipps lays it up and in. As Michaela Boatman looks like she is bleeding, so she'll be out of the game.
That is going to be Maggie Phipps' first points of the half. That is going to put her at 18 on the night. That is going to tie her with Jocelyn Bice.
Hopefully Boatman was able to keep the blood off her jersey there so she can stay in the game. But great steal there by Zimmer. She missed a layup, but Phipps was right there on the offensive board and extends the North Polk lead here to 9. As Bice gets it over there to Wormerskirchen. Screen by Johnson, hands it off to Bice. Bice covered here by Lucy Schaefer, down low to Moritz. And a foul's going to be called as it looks like Phipps might have leaned in a little bit on that shot.
That is going to be Phipps' third of the night. That is on her.
And Schaefer and Phipps here both with 3 fouls. Murphy with 4. As the free throw's no good there by Moritz, it'll stay a 9-point game. Chance here to cut the North Polk lead to 8.
Now, it feels like Moritz has been shooting about 1 million free throws tonight. She has a decently high free throw percentage, 56%, but she has shot 66 this season previously to this game.
As she gets the second one there to drop, and Foster will take it the other way. 3:38 remaining here in the game, 50-42. It's a 4-possession game. Down low to Murphy. Murphy tries to get it to Zimmer on the cut, but it's stolen away there by Moritz. Bice here hands it out to Wormerskirchen. Looks like maybe could have been a travel, no call. Moritz down low, lays it up, no good. Rebounded by Johnson. Tipped all around and over to Johnson. Down low to Moritz. Out to Bice for 3. Bice can't connect, just short there on the shot. Nice rebound by Murphy.
It looks like Michaela Boatman has re-entered the gym. It appears as though whatever ailment she had has now been healed, as she'll probably check into the game very shortly.
As Zimmer here, covered by Wormerskirchen. Over to Murphy. North Polk looking to slow the pace here, trying to find some patience within the offense to find an open shot. Phipps here covered by Bowles. Over to Murphy. Murphy down low to Schaefer, almost thrown away there, but Schaefer does a nice job recovering. Phipps down low, lays it up and in under the contact. And good. 10-point lead here. Lead is back out to double digits for the Comets with 2:25 remaining in the game. And make that an 8-point lead as the layup there by Bice is good. Timeout here, Norwalk. It'll be a 60-second timeout as North Polk looking to turn it on here just a bit in the 4th and final quarter of this game. 52-44. North Polk ahead by 8.
Yeah, it looks like Bice and, Jocelyn Bice and Maggie Phipps have gone blow for blow. They're both at 20 points. They both just scored their 20th point. Definitely, this game is getting really intense right now. Luckily, the Comets have been able to put forth a lot of points in the last quarter. The third quarter being just painfully slow for them with only 2, but this quarter already, they've already put ahead, quick math, 38 minus 52, 14.
Yeah, and Bice and Moritz here have combined for 35 of Norwalk's 44 points, and they've been the biggest part of the Norwalk offense. And they're going to have to try to find a way to stop them on the offensive end if they're going to want to close out this game.
Yeah, and the two of them are definitely the highest scores for Norwalk in general, with Moritz averaging 14.6 a game and Bice averaging 12.5. And the third highest scorer on their team, Olivia Johnson, only averaging 6.
And tonight, Olivia Johnson here has 8.
And Moritz being, or Bice being the playmaker that she is, and Moritz having that height advantage over most teams, they really turned out to be an excellent 1-2 punch for Norwalk, and North Polk has had quite the struggle shutting them down in the second. As
Foster here gets it over to Murphy. Murphy looks for Phipps, can't find her, gets it over to Schaefer. Schaefer's going to drive right, laid up, and no good there.
Bice on a fast break.
Call, as Bice will lay it up and in. Defense by Phipps not enough as Bice cuts the North Polk lead here to 6 points. 2 minutes remaining in the game. Schaefer looks to set it up here for the Comets, gets it over to Phipps. Phipps looking for something to do here. Bulls covering.
She's waiting down the clock a little bit.
Gets it over to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive right, get it over to Zimmer. Back up top here to Schaefer. Schaefer out to Foster. Hands it off to Phipps. Phipps covered by Bowles. Schaefer now. North Polk looking to slow it down here just a bit as a minute 15 remains in the game. North Polk up by 6.
Ooh, Foster breaking the ankles of Bice.
As a foul will be called there, North Polk will take it in from below.
That's going to be Norwalk's 6th, in answer to North Polk's 6. Norwalk has 3 players with 3 fouls, and those players are Bowles, Wormerskirchen, and Moritz.
Phipps up top here for the Comets. Looking to kill some time here on the clock with a minute left, up by 6. Hands it off to Murphy. Murphy's going to drive right. Passes down low to Schaefer. Schaefer's going to lay it up and in. Make it an 8-point lead here for the Comets with 50 seconds remaining.
A lot can happen in 50 seconds.
4-possession game here. Norwalk is down. As Wormerskirchen looks to drive inside, stolen away by Foster. Nice defense there from the Comets.
And Foster working excellently in clutch time.
Foul's going to be called on Wormerskirchen, as they are still not within the bonus, because it's only 6 fouls here. Oh, correction, they do have 17 fouls, so it will be a 1-and-1 opportunity here for Murphy at the line. 54, 46, 34 seconds remaining.
Jaden Murphy finds herself at the line very often.
First one's no good, as she won't have a second. Bice here will take it the other way, gets it up to Wormerskirchen. Down low there to Moritz. Moritz out to Bowles. Bowles-Johnson here for the shot. No good there. Foster on the rebound. And the intentional foul, no good, as it's tipped out of the way. Looked like they're going for the intentional foul. Foster tried to pass it away and was tipped out of bounds.
That missed free throw from Jaden Murphy is very surprising. She's the highest free throw average on the team by far, 78.
Zimmer inbounds here to Murphy. Over to Zimmer. Intentional foul there by Bowles. We'll send Zimmer to the line here for a 1-and-1 opportunity. 54-46 with 16 seconds.
Abby Zimmer actually has the worst free throw average on the team. She doesn't find herself at the line terribly often, but it is 40%.
As that first one is good there by Zimmer. And that free throw might have just iced this game, as she extends the North Polk lead there to 9 points. Looking to extend it to double digits, as she cannot, as Murphy's on the offensive board, and North Polk will just hold the ball. And they will still intentional foul with 10 seconds left.
That was a real aggressive play there by Jocelyn Bice. 22 points on the night from Bice.
10.6 remaining here. 55-46. North Polk Comets up by 9. Make it 10 as Foster gets the first one to drop.
You know that very well. I've been the icing on the cake right there. 56-46.
As Foster gets the second one to drop. 11-point lead here for the Comets with 10 seconds remaining. Bikes will rush down the floor trying to go a quick bucket for the Warriors, and will not do so as Phipps is on the rebound. She'll kill the clock.
And that's game.
And that is game, ladies and gentlemen. 57-46, your final score. And a little bit scary there in that second half. North Polk entered the second half with a 20-point lead, but Norwalk there with a 15-2 run to start that third quarter.
Oh, yeah.
And the tide quickly changed, and it came a close ball game, but North Polk was able to shut down Moritz and Bice there, as they combined for 37 points of Norwalk's 46.
Yeah, and what's the most impressive about the game is, though, this game has felt super back and forth ever since half. But what you really got to think about is the only lead Norwalk held the entire game was at the very beginning, when they had 2 points to the Comets, or when they were 2-0 with their first basket of the game. Even then, Norwalk put up one heck of a fight. You know, you got to talk about the 1-2 punch of Moritz and Jocelyn Bice. They just were killing the Comets in the third. Even in the fourth, they both went off. But the Comets were able to answer back, and that's what saved them in this game ultimately.
Yeah, and they only had 2 other people scoring. We had Johnson with 8, and I believe it was Wormerskirchen with 1 point. And so that was the other 9. So only 4 people scoring there for Norwalk. So yeah, as we're saying, Moritz and Bice there were the dynamic duo for Norwalk. But North Polk doing a great job of being able to shut them down in the fourth quarter and be able to force quite a few turnovers and get out and run in transition and score on the other end.
Yeah, and you definitely got to talk about this game is being owed to Jaden Murphy's leadership, as Jaden Murphy found herself out of almost a full majority of the third quarter after she got into real foul trouble with only 4 points left, and she reappeared during the fourth, and the Comets started scoring a lot more points. Now, I'm not saying correlation equals causation, but wow, Jaden Murphy went out there, and even though I don't believe she scored more than a few free throws in the fourth, just having her out there, especially her getting all those rebounds, really helped the Comets out.
Yeah, and so like we said, North Polk wins here by 11, 57-46. And make sure you hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell to get notified every time we're live, and you won't miss a North Polk basketball game. We will see you at the next home game, ladies and gentlemen. Have a good night.